On the 14th of April 2014, several armed men of the terrorist group known as Boko Haram stormed a boarding school in Borno State in northern Nigeria. They abducted over 200 girls and they vanished into the night. Now, it's been over 2 weeks since this horrific incident happened, and the girls are yet to be found. Nigeria has been described as the giant of Africa, the wealthiest nation in the continent. And so it shocks me that such a huge crisis is going on and the world seems to turn a blind eye. It is also very shameful that the same Nigerian government that sent its army and spearheaded the ECOMOG forces during the crisis in Liberia and Sierra Leone cannot handle this terrorist group that's causing so much chaos within its own borders. The same terrorist group that abducted these girls have said that they are the ones responsible for the 2 bombs that were set off in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. These explosions happened 18 days apart. The locations, very close to each other. Growing up, there was a saying that we heard, and it goes like this: lightning does not strike twice in the same place. But obviously, in Nigeria, it does. Since January 2014, 1,500 people have been killed because of the acts done by this terrorist group. Once again, Nigerians have been thrown into mourning. The streets are flooding with blood. Demonstrators have taken to the streets. But I wonder what will come out of it all. The same way we took to the streets during the crisis of the fuel subsidy, but we all went home with no results. In fact, some of us were chased off the streets by law enforcement agents with their guns in our faces, telling us, go home or get shot. Yet they say it's a democracy. Yet they say freedom of speech. I really wonder. Now we are crying again. Save our girls. Bring back our girls. Bring them back safely to their grieving parents. But the painful thing is that the government doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. They have said to us, stop criticizing the government, support the government. But in the same breath, they're saying, we cannot tell you what we are doing. So I'm guessing we're expected to sit down and fold our arms and wait. We're already hearing different stories about what's happening to these girls. Are we to wait until they're killed? It is very painful. Now, these parents have started conducting private searches in heavily wooded areas. We know that they are no match for the terrorist group who are heavily armed, but they are willing to do the unthinkable because of the love and the value they have placed on their children. Can we say the same for the Nigerian government? Have they placed value on the lives of the Nigerian citizens? Do they care about the citizens of Nigeria? The United States so far has spent about $20 million helping Nigeria to fight terrorism. So my next question will be, what happened to the money? What was it used for? Because right now, the terrorist group have become bolder, wiser, stronger, and even wreaking more havoc now than when they began. So what's the federal government doing about all of this? The bombing, the abduction? To the best of our knowledge, absolutely nothing. It is an open secret that the Boko Haram is a politically motivated group that cannot be reasoned with. In fact, their main goal is to prove to the world that the presidency of Goodluck Jonathan is as weak as being weak can be. And I'm sorry to say that the federal government, your actions, is proving them right, or the lack of it. Mr. President, if this issue is beyond you, there's no shame in it. Go out and ask for help. Till date, the United States government have said that they can help, but the Nigerian government have not asked them for help officially. Why? Mr. President, I am asking, why have you not asked for help? We are all aware of the amazing extraction power of the US Marines and the SEALs. So, are we too ashamed to ask for help? Or are we worried that they might discover that we have mismanaged the funds that have been given to us to train the people that we combat terrorism? Let us put arrogance, religion, politics, and all the big talk aside. It is time to rescue these girls before they are killed, sold into slavery, or early marriage. This is an open call to the rest of the world. Nigeria needs help. We need your help. If the federal government is not asking, the citizens are asking. The parents of those girls are asking. We are begging. We need help. I'm also putting this call to the global media. You have done so much to tell great stories happening around the world. But I just feel that this story of the abducted girls has been ignored for too long. We turn on the television every day in the US and we see the trial of Oscar Pistorius, who killed his girlfriend. Now that is a very important story, and I appreciate the fact that they're shedding light on the trial. But I do not believe that the trial of a crime that has already been committed is more important than over 200 girls that have been abducted from their school, taken away from their families, and bombs going off in different random places, killing people. Please, we need to shed more light on this. We need to put it in the face of every human being in the world so that the federal government will know and understand that the world is condemning the fact that nothing is being done about it. We need your help. We need to rescue these girls. The same way the media covered the missing Malaysian flight and the ship that capsized in South Korea is the same way we're asking them to cover the story of these missing girls and put a lot of focus and attention on it, to put pressure on the federal government. When the Malaysian flight vanished, help came from all over the world because it was a global issue. Terrorism is a global issue. The thing that happened with the missing girls could have happened anywhere in the world. How are the explosions in Abuja different from the explosion that happened in the Boston Marathon in 2013? How different are they? The world should come to the aid of Nigeria. Come help us stop this terrorism. Dialogue cannot work. Amnesty cannot work. What motivates these people is not money, is not oppression. It's not the same thing that caused the revolt in the Niger Delta. So amnesty will not work. You cannot dialogue with these people. This is the cry of every Nigerian. We need help. We need to rescue our girls. If you can do something to help and you turn away, then the blood of these girls will be on you. The world should please come and help us. Nigeria needs help. Help us bring back our girls.